Welcome to the deep dive. Okay, let's talk about motion sickness. That really unpleasant feeling, right?
Definitely. And it's surprisingly common.
Yeah, I saw some research, something like 30% of people worldwide deal with it regularly. That's a huge number. It affects travel, even just, a car ride sometimes.
Absolutely. It really does impact a lot of lives, which is why today we're diving into some interesting research that offers a potential way to get some relief.
And it's meant to be pretty accessible, I hear.
That's the key part. We're focusing on work from Nagoya University. They found that a very specific sound, 100 hertz pure tone, seems to be quite effective at reducing those motion sickness symptoms.
A sound? Okay, that sounds simple. But how? What's the connection between a 100 hertz tone and feeling queasy?
Right. It seems counterintuitive at first, but the science is fascinating. It's about how this specific frequency interacts with your inner ear. Specifically, these things called the otolithic organs. Think of them as tiny sensors deep inside your ear that tell your brain about movement, gravity, your orientation in space.
Okay, the balance bits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And this 100 hertz tone seems to stimulate these organs. The researchers are calling it sound spice technology. The idea is it helps your brain better process those confusing signals it gets during motion, like when your eyes say you're still, but your inner ear says you're moving.
So it's like helping the brain sort out the mixed messages, kind of recalibrating things.
That's a good way to put it. Recalibrating the balance system.
So what did the actual research find? Did it, work on people?
Yeah, the results were pretty encouraging. They ran human trials using driving simulators, swings, even real cars.
Okay, real-world tests.
Right. And they saw a significant drop in reported nausea and dizziness when people were exposed to the 100 hertz tone.
How long did they need to listen?
Get that? They saw positive effects in as little as 1 minute of listening.
1 minute. Wow. That's quick. Good for when it, hits you suddenly.
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't just subjective feelings. They took objective measurements, too.
Oh, like what?
Well, they used posturography that measured your balance and stability and saw actual improvements. And ECG readings showed it calmed down the autonomic nervous system, that fight or flight system that often goes haywire with motion sickness. It showed less sympathetic nerve activity.
Some real measurable physiological changes, not just thinking you feel better.
Precisely. Plus, they did some studies with mice that suggested the effect can last. A 5-minute exposure gave relief for over 2 hours in the mice.
Interesting. A short burst for longer relief. And is it safe? I mean, blasting a tone into your ears?
Good question. The sound level they used is around 80 to 85 dBz. That's actually comparable to, say, normal conversation or city traffic noise.
Okay, so not dangerously loud. Seems practical for travel, then.
Yeah, the research suggests it's a pretty safe and practical option for cars, planes, boats, wherever you might normally feel sick.
Okay, this is all sounding really promising. So the big question, how can people listening right now, dealing with this on their next trip, actually use this research?
Right, this is where it gets really practical and frankly quite cool. The research has been turned directly into a smartphone app.
An app? Seriously?
Yep, it's called Motion Sickness Relief 100 Hertz Tone. And it's available right now on both the Google Play Store for Android users and the App Store for all the iPhone users out there.
So the science we've just talked about, you can literally download it to your phone.
Exactly. It makes the findings immediately accessible.
That's fantastic. Okay, so if someone downloads it, how does it work? Is it complicated?
No, it's designed to be really straightforward. You open it up, and usually there are a few modes to choose from, like a quick 1-minute dose, maybe a 5-minute one, or even a continuous play option.
Yeah, okay.
You just pick one, adjust the volume so it's comfortable, definitely not too loud, and they really recommend using headphones.
Headphones, right. Makes sense to get the sound delivered clearly.
Yeah, for the best results. And the advice is to start using it right when you feel those first little signs of motion sickness creeping in.
Don't wait until you're really feeling awful.
Probably best not to, but you can also just stop at any time you feel like you don't need it anymore.
Simple enough. So whether you're someone who feels rough in the back seat or on a ferry or maybe even those spinning theme park rides.
Exactly. Any of those situations.
This app basically puts that research tool right in your pocket. It's kind of amazing that just a specific sound frequency could offer relief that's so easy to access.
It really is. So just to wrap that part up, solid research points to this 100 hertz tone helping with motion sickness, and now that tech is readily available as an app on both major phone platforms.